If you're thinking of getting Lectric's new X-Peak e-bike, watch this first, because it may determine whether it's good for you or not. Lectric has always been a safe bet for e-bikes, whether you're brand new to e-bikes or you're buying your next one. But there's some things you should know before buying. Let's get into it. First of all, welcome, thanks for being here. Use the link in the description if you're interested in the X-Peak. It's an affiliate link, so you get your e-bike and I get a little some. It's a win-win. Now I have a couple Lectric brand e-bike reviews on my channel for the XP 3.0 and XP Lite. Check those out if you're interested. And while you peruse my wares of content, consider subscribing. If you really like the video, hit the like button, leave a comment to say like peak or balls or something. I don't know. It really helps out the channel. Thanks. All right, Lectric's new all-terrain e-bike, which is very similar to something like the Traxxas Explorer, an e-bike that is still to this day one of my personal favorites. Check out that review if you want to. In the X-Peak we have, well, if you're familiar with Lectric's e-bikes, then a lot of this will be familiar, but we do have some new tech in here. First of all, this is a class 3 e-bike, which can take you up to 28 miles an hour with 5 levels of pedal assist. For fuel economy, it's the same as every other e-bike I have tested. 0 miles per gallon. Range is up to 55 miles max, which is impressive for the size of the battery, which is surprisingly small. We do have a throttle, although it is a thumb thruster instead of a twisty shifty. Propulsion is powered by a new 750 watt rear hub motor that is 400% quieter than the motor in the XP 3.0. We'll get into that because it's actually really cool. Electricity juice is supplied by a 14 volt 14 amp hour battery, which is sent through a 7-speed Shimano. We got humongous hippopotamus Moto all-terrain tires, a Renegade RST front fork with 80 millimeters of travel, and don't worry, we'll get into how it rides soon. Hydraulic brakes are standard, which you'll definitely need the extra stopping power. The interface is the same as every other Lectric brand e-bike, which honestly I do not like. And a cool nice little treat I don't see often is quick release removable pedals. And if you're wondering, yes, they are full metal, so good luck to your shins. This one came with the upgraded Elite headlight, which literally looks like it was ripped off of a motorcycle. Pretty sure this is the same e-bike Captain America rode in Winter Soldier. Yeah, same one. Tail lights, but they don't get brighter when braking, at least on my bike. The design is fine, not particularly special in my opinion. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't wow me either. It kind of looks like any other bike. The silver paint is very glittery. Moto or fat tires will always look cool. But yeah, it's fine. What do you think of the design? Let me know in the comments. Now, the only thing that matters, how is the X-Peak in motion? Weirdly, not great on the road at low speeds. No other way to say that. But once you're on dirt and you actually send it and you're at 20 plus miles an hour, that's when this thing really starts to sing. For some reason, at speed and specifically on dirt is where it feels the most comfortable, the most stable, and the most fun. This thing rips on trails. Genuinely one of the most fun e-bikes on dirt. Feels like it's on rails. It soaks up bumps and rough terrain surprisingly well. Now, I don't know how, but at lower speeds, all the speed bumps and undulations are magnified times like 10. Like it reverberates through the entire frame of the bike. It feels a little unsettled. Now, in my experience, the norm is the bike feels the same at low and high speeds. Not the case with the X-Peak. Kinda weird, but I'm not like mad at it. This was made to rip down trails and give you confidence while doing it, and it does that exceptionally well. Oh, I almost forgot. When they said the new motor is 400% quieter, they meant that. Yeah, I almost forget that this is an e-bike sometimes because I almost don't hear the motor at all. For comparison, here's a Traxxas Explorer's loud ass motor. Now, again, things that I think need some improvement. For one, hitting 25 plus miles an hour on dirt is super fun, but at some point you gotta stop. The brakes are pretty meh. If you have an X-Peak, let me know if you experience the same thing with your brakes. I think super simple and would probably only cost them like $1 to add it, but we don't have a bell, which is kind of a disappointment. The seat is not that comfortable. It's kind of hard, to be honest. I would definitely swap this out with something cushier. We have the same dumb screen with the stupid battery gauge that doesn't actually give you any useful information. Now, what I mean by this is the battery gauge tells you exactly how much battery you have left in that moment. So if you are not moving, it's telling you that if you keep doing that, you'll have full battery. Not helpful. If I've been riding for an hour, how much battery do I have left? I don't know, but you'll have full battery if you keep standing around. It should be, I don't know, like a phone or any other electronic device and tell you a percentage of battery left. I don't know why Lectric is still using this. Hate it. Terrible. And finally, the upgraded Elite quote unquote headlight isn't very much of an upgrade. The housing is gigantic for no reason other than aesthetics. The light itself inside is pretty small, and the position of the light is in the way of the cables, so the cables are either blocking the light or pushing the light down to the ground. Again, not helpful. If you need to upgrade your light, don't spend $100 on this upgrade. Just get like a 10,000 lumen bike light on Amazon for like 30 bucks maximum and you're good. Okay, is the X-Peak worth it? If you were hoping for a mixed use e-bike that you could use to commute and have fun on the weekend and ride down trails and all that, this might be for you, with an asterisk. Now for context, will it do both? Yes, of course it will, and it'll probably be fine for most people, especially if this is your first e-bike. Will you have way more fun on dirt than on the road? Absolutely. I'm surprised this isn't just sold as a mountain bike, because that's where the X-Peak really feels at home. A lot of the cons I mentioned earlier are kind of just electric isms and generally just the quirks and features of having an electric brand e-bike. After testing so many different e-bikes, I'm a bit more attuned to these sort of nuances between e-bikes and off-road and on-road. But if you're brand new to e-bikes, this is going to be a real treat for you. It's a fantastic e-bike and I highly recommend it. If this is not your first e-bike, then I still recommend the X-Peak. It's a great bike. Yes, it's a little wonky at low speeds, but this is the X-Peak. There's mountains in the logo on the bike. This was designed primarily for off-road and it does that brilliantly, whether you're new to e-bikes or not. And again, if you're interested in one, use the link in the description to get yours today. So that's it. Let me know what you think of the X-Peak in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.